What's going on, everyone? We are live. Welcome back to the Unconventional Mindset. Happy Monday. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. And my name's Odum. And of course, what are we doing here? If you're new, we live stream every single day Monday through Friday, anyways, as we're trying to work towards building a company that's going to generate us $1 million in revenue every single year. That's our mission. That's what we're working towards. And we'll just keep plugging away. And of course, we're building Pixel Media, which predominantly does web design and development for our clients. And we're also working on Pixel Pieces, which we are in the process of building a Webflow component and library. Basically, Webflow components and libraries, just basically like, oh my goodness, what's the word? Like, not a repository, but oh my goodness, I don't know the word. It's totally escaping me. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a marketplace. I don't know, something like that. Anyways, we're building that. So that's going to help us build websites for our clients super fast, and hopefully it'll help other people do that as well. And today we're going to do something a little bit different because this week we have a live event that we're doing. And of course, that's kind of one of the services that we've been doing as well here at Pixel. And I've been thinking lately, especially a lot this weekend, about potentially considering branching off a little bit or incorporating doing more live events / hybrid events for clients, particularly governments, academics, and in the corporate world, because they're always running kind of events and sometimes have a little bit of difficulty with tech. So what I thought we would do today is because I got to prep for this and I have to get everything ready and I have to figure out exactly what I need. I figured what would be kind of cool would be, as I'm prepping for this, to just go over all the things that I'm going to need and figure out what the actual flow and what the setup is going to be. So that way I'm 100% prepared and good to go for the event. So I think I have, hang on a second, I got my tablet here, getting this thing fired up. Where is it working? Oh, there it goes. And it just zoomed weird. Okay. So where are we? And my cursor is gone. Now we're not working. Oh, there it goes. Okay, let's undo that. Let's create a new layer actually. Oh, I think this is an issue here with our opacity. Oh, I got to get all this tech stuff figured out. So this could be a whole lot smoother. Okay. And there's a huge lag. What is going on? Oh, this is really annoying. I might have to go the old analog route. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my stupid tablet here. Like, the buttons are working. The actual drawing doesn't seem to be working. Oh, I don't have time for this. You guys don't have time for this. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, well, I guess we're going to do this by hand, which is not going to be ideal, but let's see if we can make this work. Okay, so the first thing, so what do we have here? So we have a event. Hey, Kevin. How you doing? Good to see you. Happy Monday. How was your weekend? Okay, so what are we saying? We have basically this is going to be a hybrid live / Zoom webinar. So this is what we're going to need to do. It's what we were hired to do. And I'll just say, so it's one speaker, some details here. One speaker. So it's Zoom. It's a webinar. So it's super simple. No interactions except questions from virtual participants. And presentation. And we need speakers for audience and microphone for presenter. And then we need a microphone for audience questions. And all that needs to be routed to the Zoom call. Okay. So let's make this a little bit smaller here. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. That looks okay. All right. So let's draw out. Damn, I'm not having this stupid pencil working. Okay, so let's get our new layer going. So let's see what we have. So we're going to need this. This is going to be our main computer, or one computer. And that's going to have, I think it's going to, I really wish I had a pen. Maybe, you know what? Can I do this overhead? Maybe I can do this overhead. Hang on. Sorry, I really want to draw this out. What's going on here? Overhead, no signal. There it goes. Okay. Oh, come on. Well, why aren't you on? I can see that you're on. Camera is on and the signal is not getting through. Although we saw the signal. Oh, oh, tech. What could be happening here? No, that source should be fine. Yeah, because that's this source. Well, that's just strange. There it goes. Just needed to be unplugged and replugged. Okay. Sorry, I want to do this by hand because I need to be able to write at the same time just to outline this whole stuff. Wish I had a bigger piece of paper here, but actually I do. We'll grab one in a sec. And someone took my pencil sharpener and didn't bring it back. Wow, I need some better organization. I need a 2B pencil. Yeah, I like this one. Okay. And 1 second, gotta grab maybe a larger piece of paper. Haha, much better. Okay. Let's see what we got. Okay. So we have our hybrid live / Zoom, right? So let's get a layout of the land of what things are going to look like. So I know there's going to be, how should I draw this? Kind of maybe an overhead. So here is going to be, this is going to be a screen. So it's a big TV. I don't know. I think it's like 100-inch TV. Can I zoom in a little bit here? I think that'll be a little bit better to see. Let me know if it's really, really hard to see. We'll see what we can do. If we can zoom in a little bit more or something. So yeah, it's got the screen, and then this is going to be where the presenter is going to be, probably walking back and forth. And I do know right here, this is going to be the tech table. So we are going to have, and then basically the audience is going to be sitting down here. So we need to capture, this is going to be a 2-camera setup. We're going to have a camera over here capturing the talent. And then at the tech table over here, we're going to have a camera beside me. And that's going to capture the audience. And hopefully it shouldn't capture camera 1 as well too. And then we're going to have, so this person is going to have a lav mic. And then the audience, there's going to be someone who's going to be roving with a handheld mic. So we're going to, this is a smaller room too, so we're going to have to really worry about feedback, which is really annoying. So we have speaker here, speaker right, and then speaker left. So this is basically what the setup is going to be. Speaker presenting on the screen, just a PowerPoint presentation. Camera 1 looking at kind of a medium shot, close shot, I guess, to the speaker. Camera 2 facing the audience. And yeah, and then a mic that's going to be roving. There's going to be somebody there that's going to be handing out the microphone to the to the audience. So when they ask a question, we can feed that audio to the computer. So if we look at the tech setup, what are we going to need? So we need one computer. This computer is going to run Zoom. And then it's also going to run OBS. And then we need computer 2, which is going to run the PowerPoint. So, okay. We are going to need, okay, let's think about the video first. So we have, let's go down here. That's a camera, the little flash. So we have camera 1, camera 2. Okay. So camera 1, I'm going to feed that. I'm going to put this here. I have an ATEM Mini. So camera 1 goes into the ATEM Mini. That's through an HDMI. Computer 2 is also going to feed its video through HDMI to the ATEM Mini, and that's going to be the presentation. Camera 2 is going to go directly into computer 1 through a, what's it called? A Camlink 4K. And then the ATEM is going to be connected to computer 1 through USB-C. So what the computer 1 is going to do, it's going to be running OBS, and I'm going to set I'm going to set the ATEM as one camera source, and I'm going to set camera 2 as a second camera source. And within the ATEM Mini, I'm going to be able to switch the different views, whether it's the PowerPoint presentation or if it's going to be on camera 1. Or within the ATEM Mini, you can also do picture in picture. So this isn't ideal. Like ideally, if I could, I mean, what I would get, and this could be something in the future. Let me just, I'll show this real quick. Let's go to Blackmagic. So yeah, I have this ATEM Mini Pro. Yeah, I have this little guy here. And ideally, in an ideal world, like this thing would be phenomenal. So this thing is amazing because you can just put in all your inputs into here, and then you could route all the kinds of whatever different outputs into your OBS or whatever it is. And then you could run the whole show basically through this console. So you wouldn't need all those different inputs or whatever, or all the different components. So that is an ideal world, but I'm not dropping $4,000 plus tax on something like this. So it's kind of make do with what I have, really. So until I could decide whether this is viable. So one thing I could tell you guys too is we could talk a little bit. Well, let's talk about the financial stuff about this later once this is all done. Okay. So yeah, so OBS is going to be controlling all the camera angles, excuse me, all the video, and that OBS, that program that OBS shoots out, like what I'm shooting out right now on live stream, that's going to go into Zoom as the Zoom camera, and audio as well too, which we'll see. So that's what people in Zoom are going to see. And there's going to be a third computer. Computer 3, which is going to be a Zoom, and then it's going to be a co-host, and they're the ones who are going to be answering the Q&A. And so what I would like also from computer 1 to have an external monitor. Basically to have a dual screen. So one to monitor OBS and switch screens and do all that stuff. And then the second for the Zoom room, just to kind of see what's up, what's going on there. So that's the video. And then the audio is going to be fairly simple. So last time I've done something like this, we need basically some kind of mixer. So the last time I used my Rodecaster Pro, which is really good for live streaming, which you can see. Can I bring it out here? It's basically this device right here. I can't really see it. Anyways, so it's really good. It takes a bunch of inputs and what have you. It has outputs. But it's not really that great for live events because everything's kind of digital and you have to kind of go into the system to actually be able to adjust any of your audio inputs and all that kind of stuff. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm actually going to buy a mixer that is more conducive for live events. So, but anyways, so we need a mixer to be able to take in all the audio. And basically once it has all the audio, I am going to send it. Where am I going to send it? So I basically need to send the output. I can either send it to the ATEM or actually, no, the mixer itself, sorry. The mixer itself will go into this computer just via USB. And then that'll recognize that as an audio source. So in Zoom, the audio source is going to be the mixer and then the video source is going to be OBS, right? So then what we're going to need is we're going to need to have XLR cables, probably 50 to 100 feet. Sorry, that's really bad. So XLR for left and right speakers. And that's going to just be the audio output. And then the inputs coming in. So we're going to have, we have a lav mic and then the external mic. Which probably just be like a Shure SM58 probably. I'm gonna have to rent that. So just a dynamic, whatever mic. So the lav mics I do have, which I have them here. They are charging. They are these Rode Wireless Go. Pretty good, pretty decent sound. Because it's just an hour, like I could rent something a little bit more, I'm not gonna say more reliable, but maybe more high tech, but the quality is really good. And for what we need here, it's gonna do just fine. So basically that input is gonna go in through here, through XLR. And then this is also gonna go into the mixer through XLR. And this mixer, yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. So that's the audio side, super simple. And then what we want to do with the mixer, of course, we want to be able to very quickly mute and unmute the speakers. It's really just basically muting and unmuting this dynamic mic. So this setup is pretty, I mean, this is almost as basic as it can get in terms of a hybrid event. So the things to watch out for, so I don't know, like danger. So the biggest one is just feedback from the speakers. So being able to have a mixer that'll have like EQ settings or whatever, so that I might be able to tweak around with the frequencies that are causing feedback. So that'll help because I did have some feedback issues last time, and with the Rode, it just wasn't very good at all at dealing with that kind of issue. So I would not really recommend getting a Procaster for that kind of dual event. You can do it, I think, if you know your speakers are far enough away, and you can have a little bit more control over the sound in the room. But if you're in a small room, you're gonna have to be careful. So what are the other dangers? I mean, that's That's the one thing that I'm really worried about. Everything else, I think I'm pretty much okay. So what are we going to need to bring? Right. So one thing I think I want to do while we're here, and I think it'll be a good idea to have. So I have in here, here's our Asana. So I have this knowledge base of just the different things that, how to do, like, within the company. So whenever I bring on any employees, to have this kind of repository of things to, there's just like step guides of how to do certain processes. So I think we'll create one here about, items to bring for a hybrid live Zoom webinar event. So just pretty simple here, but I think it's good to kind of make a list of things that we'll need. Okay, so we'll need the ATEM Mini. We're going to need the Camlink 4K. We're going to need our cameras, Sony A7. What do we have? We have Sony A7 IV, and we have our Sony A7C, which I think is this one. Tripods. I know we're going to need some gaff tape just to tape things down onto the ground. So HDMI cables, how many do we need? I mean, if we go here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think that's correct. Yeah, 4 of them. But we'll probably bring like 6 just to be on the safe side. So we need an external monitor. We need a Rode, what are they called? Rode Wireless Go 2. Stream Deck, I'm not sure if I'm going to bring that or not, or just do things manually. We're going to need 2 laptops. The third laptop in this scenario actually is going to be someone who's at the event. So they'll have their laptop to run their own Zoom and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to need a mixer. And, oh, shit. I forgot one super important thing. How did I forget this? Okay, so we have one last thing here, is the presentation. Actually, we have to route this one as well through to the TV. And we're going to do that here with an HDMI splitter. So we're basically going to take one HDMI cable from the laptop, and then it's going to just split one to go to the ATEM Mini and one to go to the TV. So that's going to need an extra 2 HDMI cables. Yeah, I knew I was short. So let's put that there. So we are going to need an HDMI splitter. I have all this stuff in kind of a carrying case or things like all these different accessories, but USB-C cable, and that's going to be for the ATEM. Okay, so for the audio, and so I know for the audio, I will be renting the speakers because I don't have speakers. And with that, I'll be renting the XLR cables, and I'll also be renting the Shure SM58, I think is what it's called. I'll be renting that one for the audience microphone. So that'll come with an XLR cable as well to go into the mixer. The lav mic, I have, but I need to rent more XLR cables. Oh, actually no, because I don't think. No, I have this guy right here. So I have this device here. This goes from what is this, like 1/8 inch, whatever this is for your regular kind of stereo. This hooks up to the Rode wireless Go, and then this XLR will go right into the mixer and get the audio from the speaker. So that'll be good. Hello and welcome. I don't understand that, but welcome anyways. Happy Monday. So, yeah, so that's taken care of. That'll be taken care of. Yep, taken care of. Mixer, yep. USB for that, yep. External monitor, yep. ATEM mini, cable, computer, PowerPoint, Zoom OBS, that's already installed. Camera 1, camera 2 with tripods. Yeah. I think that's it. Did I miss anything? I think I have everything. I think like charging cables. Definitely need to bring those. Going to be using their network. I think that's it. I think that's everything. One thing that I know I need to do. So, like I said, I need to actually buy a mixer because I don't have one. And I don't want to rent one because I know there's lots of things I could use for it in the future. So where are we? So which mixer do I want to buy? Sorry guys, we're going to go shopping here. I wanted to buy, I think I wanted to buy a Yamaha mixer. And I think it was this one. Yeah. Right. This is the one. So yeah, this is going to be perfect because it's got the EQ settings, turn all the mics on and off. Yeah, this is perfect. Yeah, this is going to be what we want. And a lot of these places are sold out. So I'm going to give these guys a quick call here to see if they can put this on hold for me. What's their number? Uh, 902-496-6996. Okay, let's give these guys a call. Hi, Jeff. How are you doing today? Good. I have a question for you. I'm looking to pick up a Yamaha 12-channel MG series. So I'm looking here that it says you guys have it in stock. I was wondering if you do have it in stock, and if you can just put it on hold for me, and I'll be there within, an hour or two to come pick it up. You got it. I'm just on hold. Yeah, I just noticed that this thing has been out of stock in all other stores here in Canada. So like the other thing I was considering. No, not the backpack. Yeah. Oh, it's on sale. The other thing I was thinking about was getting this Rodecaster 2, this upgraded version. But again, all the EQ and all that settings are inside. So it doesn't help for really fast changes. Especially when you're live and you're dealing with multiple microphones, it's just not a good idea. Although I'd love it because then I could use it for podcasting and all that kind of stuff. But I already have the Rodecaster 1 and it's good. It's great. Mm-hmm. Still on hold. I'm getting nervous now. Maybe they don't have it in stock. I mean, no worries. If they don't, I'll just rent one. So it's not a big deal. Hey, no problem.
Yeah, I've got it on hand.
Oh, you have one. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so you can hold it for me for a couple hours? Okay, perfect. Phone number 782-882-0282.
Sky.
No, Odum.
Oh, sorry there. Two names on that for some reason.
Yeah, I know. Every time I come, it's annoying. I wish you could just get rid of the other guy because.
All right, we'll set this on hold here then.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'll be there in probably within 2 hours, I would imagine. Excellent. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Okay, bye. Okay, sweet. So they got it on hold for me. So that is awesome. All right, so we're gonna pick that up. So let's talk a little bit about price and money because that's a big thing. And I just really been thinking about whether or not it makes sense to do some type of live production, like branch of Pixel. So what would be the best? Should we do this by hand or should we do this by like computer? Let's open up a Word document. No, that's not the zoom button. Okay. So live production. Okay, so what can I say? So basically, how many have I done so far? So I did a 2-day event, for full days. And that one I charged $4,000. So that was full days. So two full days, or maybe a day and a half. But anyways, basically full days. I charged $4,000. So I know just recently, I did a 1 day let's just say like a 3-hour Zoom with breakout rooms, only managing Zoom. And I did that for $1,000. And then today it's a 1-hour hybrid event. And what I charged, or what I billed or quoted them at, was $900. And that was for like 1-hour event plus obviously the equipment, and then plus setup takedown. So those are the prices, which I think, oh, let me just say, so there's also other stuff that I've done. So video production, I've done and so video production rates, I guess you can say. So basically I say $12.50 for the day plus $12.50, like approximately for the day, editing. So those are the rates. So I think the thing is, in terms of pricing this, and if it makes sense to actually be able to do this as a viable branch of business or even as a separate business on its own, I mean, obviously you have to think about the cost of what it takes to get there, the cost of all the equipment, the cost of overhead, all that kind of stuff, and then what the client itself is willing to pay. So, I mean, obviously the 1 hour hybrid event, doing that for $900 today, basically I'm just using that $900 to pay for some equipment, which will help to do the next one or what have you. Right. So I love reinvesting in that sense. But I think in all practicalities, like an event for, I think my purposes and what I would think would be reasonable would be no less than $2,000 per day or / event. Because if it's anything less than that, then it becomes really time consuming. It becomes, you're putting a wear and tear on your equipment. Yeah, I think those are the really two big factors. So the idea would be, how many different events could you even get in the span of a week or even in the span of a month? But this, of course, would be more of a side thing for me, but it does take up a lot of time. Because for this one hybrid event, so I got to spend time planning and thinking about it, which we're doing here today. So that's like an hour spending planning. And then I'm going to have to drive there, which is going to be a half-hour drive there and half-hour drive back 2 times, one for setup and then the other one for the day of the event. Because this event is in the morning, I'm going to be setting up the night before. So that's 2 hours of driving, 2 hours of setup, an hour of takedown. So that's 5 hours right there. An hour of planning, 6. An hour of actually running the event. So that's 7 hours. And then maybe throw in just another hour for miscellaneous things. So that's 8 hours. So I charge $900. So now we're talking about $110, $115 an hour. Not bad. If you think of, say, what I would want to get paid at myself personally at $50 an hour. So then the company itself would be making an extra 50. I guess that might cover the cost of all the equipment and the maintenance and the purchasing and what have you. So I guess that's not bad. So I think that $900 for this event would be like the bare minimum of what would be reasonable for this to be a thing. But the thing is, the clientele as well too. So let's think about the clients. So we're talking about academia. They can be very well funded, of course, funding through the government. But they have lots of events, Zoom meetings, live streams, and then, of course, live events. Then government is kind of the same thing. Municipal, like health, at least here in Canada. I mean, that would be pretty much it. I mean, who else? I mean, I guess you could just say like just corporate clients. Think businesses that want to basically up their production value in either events or their own calls, or say they want to put out content. That's blurring the lines in terms of content creation, which goes a little bit to what I was thinking earlier before. I don't know if you here remember some of the initial things that we were talking about and thinking about what Pixel could do would be doing video production for clients. So that could be something to think about. Anyways, with these numbers, I think it's a possibility. I think it's something to think about. So, yeah, I'm going to think about it. Anyways, so I don't think I missed anything. So I think we're, I don't want to go there. I want to go here. So I think we're good. I think we're good to get everything set up and get everything ready to go. And we'll do this. And I actually do like doing this. And that's another thing to consider is I actually think it's really fun going out, talking to people, engaging, with the community. It's actually really fun to do. So that's something that I really want to consider, but it's not very scalable. That's a thing, right? It's not going to make me, this is not going to make us have a $1 million business. Unless, it scales completely to do a bunch of other things, but that's why focusing on Pixel pieces is going to be something that can scale, because once you build it, you can scale it to like 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 customers. Whereas this we can't. So this would be more something to supplement some income while Pixel Pieces gets up and running. I think that's the idea there. So anyways, let me know what you think. If you have any thoughts or questions, and if you want to see me do more of the stuff in terms of thinking about how to potentially create this other kind of side business within Pixel, and how the back end is going to work in terms of should I incorporate it into a different company? How's it going to work with taxes, equipment, gear, and all that kind of stuff? If you think I should do more stuff about that, just let me know. Happy to think more about that and do some more live streaming or whatever around that process. But anyways, I think that's going to cover everything for today. So we're ready to go. And tomorrow we're going to be back at it again tomorrow. And I'm not sure what we'll do tomorrow. Tomorrow might be an interesting day because I actually have to do my taxes, my income tax, by the end of the week, I think even, or I have about a week or so to go. So maybe that might be something that you guys would be interested in, just watching me do my taxes. I don't know. 'Cause I've never done corporate income tax before, so that could be interesting. Or if not, then we'll just get back into Pixel Pieces, because we got a lot of stuff to go over on there as well too, to start building out our first template, which is going to be fun. So anyways, let me know what you think. Comment, give me a phone call, whatever the case may be, just reach out. Yeah, so good luck. Thanks so much, Kevin. Yeah, it's going to be good. These things are fun, but yeah, with live, I mean, you never know, something could happen, but it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be just fine. So thank you so much for joining, everyone. I will be back here tomorrow, probably more towards the afternoon once the event is done. And yeah, we'll let you know how it goes. All right, take it easy. Have a good one. And we'll see you tomorrow.